importance when it comes to protecting the environment as it is carbon free. Now, a young startup and quantity surveyor by profession ditched his career and dared to clean mobility space. Esther Diana spoke with a cycling enthusiast and CEO of Baiskeli Center, a parking facility for bicycles. Here's the report.
I am a cycling enthusiast. I have been cycling ever since I was small, ever since I was in campus. I used to commute with my bike to CBD, to my offices, but the challenge I encountered at the office was that our office never had a safe place where I can park my bicycle. Then also where I could freshen up before going to the office was a problem. So I identified an opportunity and decided to open a center where cyclists can come and freshen up before heading to the office. So that's what the Baiskeli Center is all about.
With no parking spaces for bicycles in the CBD, the safety of bicycles for people who commute every day on bikes is not guaranteed. Victor Gitau saw this as an opportunity to solve the problem by setting up Nairobi's first bicycle parking center.
The one and only thing that motivated me to start this business is because I traveled to Europe for work back in 2019. So I used to see most of these people in Europe commuting with their bicycles. So I figured out why should this idea be implemented back in my own country. So yeah, I decided to quit my job and I decided to open up this facility for cyclists. Well, I had saved up for a couple of years. Then I also wanted to do something different, something that no one else is doing here in Nairobi. So the problem, I saw an opportunity. So I just decided to invest in the idea. Of course, it's a risk. It has had its challenges. It's not very easy to start a business in Nairobi. The cost implications are extremely high. But the startup cost of the business was about 2 million shillings. That was from my personal savings. If you're commuting to the CBD and your preferred mode of commute is the bicycle, you can come with a bicycle at our facility. You can come, you just check in, you pay 150 shillings. You get to have your bike secured safely. You can also take a shower. So 3-4 months into the business, there was an opportunity that I figured out. So I used to realize a lot of these border people have been restricted access in the CBD. So most of these people wanted to come to my facility, park their motorcycles before heading to the CBD for their errands. This is when I saw an opportunity. So I decided to import a few electric bikes and I decided to sell them, and actually right now we are out of stock. The first challenge that I've faced over the few months I've been in business is of course rent. Rent here in Nairobi is extremely high, but last month we partnered with a company. So this company basically gave them part of the space in my shop, and now we share the rent. So basically my operational costs have reduced drastically. So that's how I'm able to still survive in this business. So I can say I've broken even on the business. So I'm just hoping to make profits in the coming years. For any kind of business out there, it's definitely a risk. Me quitting my job, I've actually asked myself very many questions, very many times why I had to quit my job, because at times I regret that decision. But life is a risk and life is a gamble. You need to risk and go for it. There'll be no reward with no risk. So if you're thinking about starting any business, I think it's an opportunity to go for it, because at the end of the day you don't lose anything. You only gain the experience from what you learn through that business. The first main challenge that we have here in Nairobi is definitely cycling lanes. Most of these roads have been designed, they don't cater for cyclists. So you find out a lot of people want to use their bikes to commute and everything, but since you have to share the roads with the motorists, it becomes a conflict of interest. I can say maybe 60% of my clients are working in offices. These are corporate clients. These are people who want to start living healthy, a healthier lifestyle. 80% are men. Actually, maybe I can even say 90% are men. Yeah, we are trying to encourage as many ladies as possible to get into the bike, but it's something we're working on. If you look around Nairobi, there are people who sell bicycle accessories and bikes, but there's no facility that offers a parking service for cyclists. So there's no other facility where you can go park your bicycle and get a hot shower, get local services. So, but hopefully it will be interesting to see other stakeholders implement these kind of facilities in the CBD. It will be very good for motorists to respect cyclists. I envision a scenario where motorists will share the road with cyclists.
For many startups in the mobility space, the motivation is joining a clean mobility bandwagon, reduce pollution, additional health, or cushion the high cost of fuel prices. For others in Nairobi, the idea is to ultimately reduce traffic and enhance ease of movement. For KTN News, I'm Dombi Esther Diana.
Well, that's where we start business today. But a colleague of mine here at the Standard Group, Patrick Alushula, tweeted